Quality in international market matters a lot with respect to the products and services which actually are basically designed to meet the customer needs in the context of international marketing. Basically, quality can be defined on two important dimensions. One is the market perceived quality, and second one is the performance quality. Here, quality is basically associated with customer satisfaction, and this satisfaction mainly is derived if a product is able to meet up with expectations of a customer, both in terms of quality factors as well as quantity factors. So if we join both the factors together, that is the point where the customer is going to attain something called a satisfaction. And it doesn't means that this is the end of the road for the organization with respect to maintaining a excellent quality towards their products or the services which they are offering. And uh, in a systematic manner, usually in the international context, quality is basically defined wherein which Qs always stands for quest for excellence, both in terms of quality and quantity. And U basically stands for understanding the customer needs, where this is the critical point for any organization with respect to understanding what exactly customers are expecting out of your products. And second, and the A stands for the action to achieve the customer appreciation, wherein which if a company is able to understand what exactly a customer is expecting, and the product what he manufacture obviously matches with their expectation, that is a time where the customer is definitely going to appreciate your products. And L stands for leadership, both in terms of managing or offering a good quality to the product as well as running the organization in the right path, so that collectively all the employees in an organization would come and contribute towards achieving excellence in terms of quality of the product. And T stands for team spirit, to work for a common goal, wherein which each individual who is working in an organization should collectively work with respect to achieving both the company goal as well as the personal goals. And the Y stands for the yardstick to measure the progress, in what way the organization is getting itself developed, both in terms of maintaining the brand equity as well as achieving the excellence in terms of offering a good quality oriented product to the market. And apart from that, even the products and culture also matters whenever we are marketing the products in the international market. We all know that products may have to change in a number of ways to meet up with physical or the mandatory requirements of a new market. And these scenarios are pretty much evident in case of a product which is trying to uh, try out its luck from domestic market to international market, whereas things can be taken into a very casual way if a product is marketed only in domestic market, because you can compromise on few of the things, but once you decide to market your products across the border, it has to mandatorily uh, follow certain international standards, which are pretty much stringent with respect to the quality and the quantity of a product whatever you manufacture. And those things are basically ranging from simple package changes to the total redesign of the physical core product. And these are a few of the important challenges that usually most of the companies would always meet with respect to aligning their product to the other country's culture and economical aspects. Usually, a product is more than a physical item, but it is also considered as a bundle of satisfaction or a utilities that usually a buyer receives after purchasing a product. The main phase of products basically includes it from the form what it exists, the taste, the color, the odor as well as the texture and how it functions while using the product, the package, the label, the warranty, the manufacturer as well as the retailer services, the confidence or the prestige enjoyed by the brand, so on and so forth. And finally, we should also consider the manufacturer reputation that is pretty much evident while considering these factors. And apart from that, even the product adaptation makes a very challenging job for the manufacturer, wherein which the consumers can be affected as much by how the product concept confronts with the norms, values, and behavior pattern. Many times we are looking at the various factors which usually helps us in terms of analyzing the product components for adaptation. A product basically is considered as a multidimensional one, and the sum of all its feature basically determines the product as a bundle of satisfaction or the utilities that are basically received by the customer after purchasing of a product. Many a times we see many products been very much successful in terms of adapting to the local market conditions, even if the product belongs to an international brand. So that is a one big uh, good thing that most of the companies would always like to do such things in terms of aligning in the same line with that of the expectation of the domestic markets. And apart from that, many a times the products can also be looked at many dimensions, which has got different components like the core component, packaging component, as well as the support service component. And when we are talking in terms of core component, it clearly indicates that once if we say a product, it has to cover all the core obligations to be acknowledged that as a core product. Say for example, if we take laptop for that a product to be called as laptop, it should have all the aesthetics which is mainly related to be called as a laptop. And the second thing is, if you want to market your product in the international market, obviously the packaging component also makes a lot of sense in terms of matching up with the standards of international market. We all see how international brand comes out in its packages, which is pretty much attractive, and the material that is used for packaging is of high quality. That is how you define your standard, what your product carries based on the package component that is being used. And along with that, only manufacturing the product or packaging the product might not serve your purpose, but along with it, you need to have an excellent support service component, wherein which both before sale and after sale service makes a very good combination to be acknowledging your product as a excellent quality product. So when we look at all these components, every time when we talk about a product, it is always considered it exists both in the form of tangible and intangible elements. And the basic essentiality of a product is it should able to provide with a bundle of utilities to the market based on how the product is being received and how the product is being used. And majorly, if we try to combine all the three components like the core component, the packaging component, as well as the support service component. So all these three components plays a very important role at the end of the day to make sure that product is able to meet up with all the dimensions that is being set aside in the international arena. And these components always include should be included with both the tangible and intangible components that are very much critical for a product to be providing or offering a bundle of features or the utilities. And end of the day, the market will receive only such products which is able to provide optimal utilization for the user, and it should be very easy to handle That is the reason why you can see most of the international products are considered to be very user friendly, and they would take both the before sale as well as the after sale services very much seriously in terms of defining the quality of the product what they offer to the end users.